Hello, my name is Brennan, and I am your local McGraw-Hill consultant for UC Riverside. Dr. Simmers and my team collaborated to come up with your course materials for Introductory Sociology. And today I'll be briefing you on Connect and SmartBook, where you'll be going to access a portion of your assignments for the quarter. We'll talk about some best practices for running the program. We'll get into the resources that are available to you, in particular SmartBook. Everyone will have access to an e-text. We'll talk about your purchasing options as well as the registration process, and we'll wrap things up with technical support. To ensure the smoothest experience in Connect, I recommend running one of these three web browsers. If you have a Mac at home, Safari is fine. Otherwise, Firefox or Chrome come recommended. Please note that we ask that you refrain from running Internet Explorer when accessing Connect. Internet Explorer updates a little too rapidly for McGraw-Hill, and it can create an unuser-friendly experience. We also ask that you intermittently clear the cookies and the web browsing history on your web browser in order to ensure an ample space for running the program. Connect is a software application like any other software or web-based applications. It has a tendency of getting slowed down if there's too much space taken up through your web browser. So by keeping that clear every couple of weeks, once a month, you ensure a smooth experience. Your required materials for this course are going to be Experience Sociology 2nd edition by David Croteau. Please note a print text is not required for this class. However, an access code, and by virtue of that, access to SmartBook is required. The images I've contained on this slide, the one on the left here with the sunglasses, is what we call the national version of this text. It's available just about everywhere, Amazon, Chegg, Barnes & Noble, what have you. Please note that the image on the left and the image on the right are in fact the same text. The image on the right is what we call a custom version of this book. Dr. Simmers has put a discounted copy printed in black and white that contains both the print text as well as the Connect access code, and made that available to you in the UCR bookstore. And you decide which one obviously works best for your situation. Registration is going to be pretty straightforward. You're just going to copy and paste the web browser you see here at the top of the screen into your address window and hit enter, and you'll be brought to a welcome screen similar to what you see here on the left. Go ahead and enter your UCR student email and hit begin, and then everyone will be brought to this screen. You'll create an account in Connect, first name, last name, security question, password, etc., and hit next step, and then everyone will be brought to this screen. I mentioned the bookstore earlier. If you happen to go to the UCR bookstore, you already have your access code. Go ahead and take that access code and enter it on the upper left here. Hit submit. Off you go. You're done. Maybe you have a family at home. Maybe you work full-time. Maybe you're not sure if you're going to stick with the class. Whatever your situation, in the meantime, McGraw-Hill will provide you 2 weeks of courtesy access to Connect. This contains access to the e-text. This contains access to all the assignments you need to get started in the class. And then at the end of those 2 weeks, you'll need to make a decision. Purchase a code, drop the class, whatever alternative you and Dr. Simmers arrive upon. Which leads to your third option, is you can always buy the code, just the code, no book, just the code, direct from McGraw-Hill. It's $50, that's $50, and you will have you'll plan on bringing your laptop or your tablet to class and using that to access your text. And once you've made your selection, you are all set. Quick snapshot of the home screen in Connect. If you've gone a couple of weeks into class and you decide you prefer to have a print text, McGraw-Hill will provide you an option to purchase a loose leaf version of the book for $25 to $5. McGraw-Hill will mail the loose leaf version directly to your home, and that is yours to keep. And you can do so by following the link here. SmartBook is a study tool designed by McGraw-Hill for student success. It makes use of technology many of you may have already used, either using Netflix or Amazon, where you, the user, have a profile with the technology. SmartBook is designed to highlight what you specifically need to read, what you need to learn, and what you need to study, ensuring that every minute you spend in SmartBook is returned to you as the most value-added minute, or what we call the high-impact minute, the most value-added minute possible. and it's powered by LearnSmart. So what does that all mean? Well, SmartBook will be asking you questions based on pre-selected learning objectives for each chapter. You'll see the question here. You have an answer set. This one's multiple choice. Some might be true or false or fill in the blank. However, SmartBook is going to ask you to assign a cognitive rating to your answer. It just wants to know how confident you are, and then SmartBook will be reintroducing, recirculating these questions under slightly different variations. So when you see this information again, it is more likely to move from your short-term memory and into your long-term memory, where you can then recall that information during a test, during a quiz, what have you. Based on your performance on the previous question and answer module, SmartBook is now highlighting the corresponding passage in the e-text. These two passages here are highlighted in green. This one's a little bit grayed out, and this one is in yellow. A passage highlighted in green indicates you have mastered that concept, you have demonstrated an understanding, and SmartBook wants you to move on to the passages highlighted in yellow. Yellow means slow down. SmartBook would like you to maybe reread just this passage, not the whole page of the text. Answer a few more questions to build a little greater foundation of that content, and it will then turn to green, and then you can move on to the next passage. Passages that are grayed out as such, it just means it doesn't have a question tied or correlating directly to the information contained there. You can always turn the highlighting feature on and off through the little button here on the lower left. And honestly, we're getting a lot of great feedback on this program, and we hope you enjoy it. Thank you for your time. My final slides on tech support. In the event you experience an issue in SmartBook or Connect, please recall the two troubleshooting measures I introduced at the start of this video. Clear your web history, clear your web cache, clear your cookies. Make sure you're not running Internet Explorer. If you're still having an issue, please give the customer care team a call and note their number and their service hours here. Every time you contact tech support, an agent's going to provide you with a case number. It's very important that you write that case number down, because in the event your issue either reoccurs or the agent's not able to solve your problem, you want to bring that case number to my attention as your local consultant. Here's my email here in the lower left. And before you reach out to me, though, you need to make sure you have done your due diligence and contacted tech support. Provide as much detail as possible in your message to me, include the case number in the subject heading, and then I will get involved at a local level. Thank you again for your time, and best of luck with introductory sociology.